I got a red alert. Pulling up now. Is you ready to go? You know I'm...
Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 3 separate search and destroy gameplays for myself, and I'm sort of going to bring you guys inside the mind of Green Goblin HD, talk about these search and destroy gameplays, and give you guys the best tips for search and destroy, and how to be good at search and destroy. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this video. I don't know how well it's going to go, but a lot of people have been asking me for search and destroy tips, so if you guys could drop a like on this, that would be absolutely awesome, and let's get right into it. So this first game here is on Breach. Now, search and destroy, I like to run the VMP, especially on a map like Breach. I think in this game, or in this video, the first game that I have for you guys is Breach, the second is Nuketown, and the third is Infection, and I go off in all of them. So this strategy right here is basically me flanking them. My teammates all go to B, and I start to hit the flank. You know, obviously in search and destroy, the class setups that you want to run, it will probably take another vid to explain that, but basically you want to run things that are straight up good for winning gunfights, and you want to have blast suppressor, dead silence possibly too, basically a lot of stealth perks. So this round I basically hit the flank. You know, I saw all my teammates going to B, and usually in search and destroy you're going to want to play with your team. However, on this round I saw all my teammates going to B, and I managed to hit that flank right there, and now I'm stuck in a 1v4 situation. Now when you're in a 1v4 situation, how you want to clutch and win these is you want to isolate the gunfights. You want to turn it into a 1v1 against one guy, a 1v1 against the next guy, a 1v1 against the next guy, and you'll see I do this really well against the first 3 people. I take them all on one-on-one. If you take people on one-on-2 or one-on-3, it can be a lot harder, but I take them all on one-on-one, and that's how you clutch and search and destroy. And then here it is in the last one-on-one, and bada bing, bada boom. I just clutched a 1v4 in that second round and won this for my team. Now this is public match search and destroy. After doing that, I get myself an RC car, which I always decide to use. Basically, the RC car is the most overpowered kill streak in search and destroy. It's usually a free kill if you can fly it around, especially in a public match. If you're playing competitive, a lot more people will have flak jacket, but in a public match, you see I can just fly it over there, boom, free kill. Now as my specialist, I usually run rejack or overdrive. Rejack is pretty overpowered in search and destroy, but it is kind of a newbie thing to use. Usually that's what I run, or overdrive. This guy's sitting right here, and I managed to get myself a counter UAV, which is another thing that I like to run, and then I usually run the dart as well. Basically playing this very smart. Search and destroy, it's all about playing it strategically. There I die to whatever that was, like a trip mine or whatever, but luckily I had my rejack and it doesn't cost me anything. Basically how search and destroy works is it's a bit different from respawn game mode. Search and destroy, it's all about your positioning, not really that much about your gun skill, but about knowing where to go and knowing where the enemies are. And right here you see my teammate, my buddy, actually lets me get the defuse because I was closest to kill streaks. I was close enough to another RC car, and you always want to do that if possible. You always want to let the person who's closest to kill streaks get the defuse in search and destroy. Now this video is going to be teaching you guys pretty much everything you need to know about search and destroy. Right here I switched my class basically to an overkill sniper class just because it was already 3-0 and this was just a public match. I was just playing for fun. I switched my class to that. And that's basically to mess around. But if you ever do want to run a sniper in Call of Duty Black Ops 3 in search, always run with overclock if you can, or not overclock, overkill, that's my bad, because you can always run it, you know, just like what I like to run is just run the sniper with one attachment, most likely a thermal scope or a Varic scope. And then I run my secondary, which is a VMP, which is a pretty overpowered for a secondary, with grip and quick draw, and that's pretty much all you need here. And I think I end up going 10-1 or something like that in this first gameplay right here. Obviously right now I'm just messing around, spinning around, trying to get this game over with. I end up ending this game without using my dart. It was a swift 4-0. Now search and destroy is a pretty easy game mode to carry in public matches if you're really good at it. Obviously, the easier game modes to carry are probably Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirm, but Search and Destroy, if you really are good, like you saw me in that first round there, or that second round actually, I got that 1v4 clutch, which was absolutely huge. Now, this second game here is on Nuketown. I end up going 17-2 here on Nuketown, and Nuketown is kind of a weird map for Search and Destroy. Right there, I win a gunfight I should not have won, but I used the bomb as head glitch, and that's a huge tip for Search and Destroy. Always use the bombs as head glitches. Literally, the bombs are the most overpowered head glitches in the game. On a lot of maps, right after you plant the bomb, you can just use it as a head glitch. On a map like Nuketown, there's really not that much strategy for playing search and destroy. A lot of people will camp back, but I can find that usually if you can rush through and get one kill, you can get up in the enemy spawn, and that can lead to a lot more kills. Like there in that first round, I already have 4 kills, and that's because I rushed right through. Now you guys may be wondering, why am I running combat focus and these kill streaks? That was completely an accident. I think that I was playing the Nuketown 24/7 playlist or something, and it brought me to search and destroy. I wasn't really ready for search and destroy, so don't copy this class that I have for this one. Obviously the attachments are okay, but definitely you don't want to run big kill streaks like that. Even though I go so off in this gameplay, I end up getting all of these kill streaks, which is actually kind of funny. Right there, how I die is I basically just lose that gunfight. I straight up lose that gunfight. There's nothing you can do about that. Sometimes you're going to lose gunfights. And right here you guys see, this is probably my favorite rush route for Nuketown. I always run up the middle with the VMP, and I get right on the bomb, and I get down on that head glitch. Once I get that head glitch, make sure the area is clear. I always plant. Now, I'm someone that usually you always want to plant the bomb if it's available. Right there, the sniper missing my head. That was pretty lucky. But if the bomb plant is right there and your team has control, there's no reason not to plant the bomb. It's free points. It's towards your kill streaks. It's also free points if the bomb goes off. And once you plant the bomb, you basically, as long as you have decent control, all the enemies have to rush to you. And you guys see, this Nuketown gameplay, I go absolutely off. 17-2. I play the bomb, and these enemies were not the best, basically by playing the bomb. And I also had 6 cents on this class, which actually does work out pretty good for search and destroy, you know, weirdly, because like I said, I didn't make this class specifically for search and destroy. It sort of just got thrown into it. But right here, I was actually going off. Those first few rounds were really good. And right here, I play this one a bit weirdly. If I'm using the VMP, I shouldn't have sat back as much right here, and I end up getting sniped. That was my bad on that round. If you're playing like a M8 style or a sniper, you could play like that. But I was playing a VMP, and right here I go, once again, do the exact same route. Obviously, you don't want to run the same route every single time, but right here, this one seems to work out 99% of the time, especially in a public match when some people are AFK, they're texting their buddies or whatever at the start of the rounds. You can usually take advantage of that and do something very strategically. So right here, it's very much a repeat of what you guys saw earlier. I get a few kills, and then I get the bomb down, and that's basically how you want to go and search and destroy. Whether you're playing competitive search and destroy, which is 4-on-4, or 6-on-6 search and destroy, you want to get a few kills and then get the bomb down. Once you have numbers on your side, you always want to play with your teammates, and it's the same in public matches. Obviously on that breach, you saw me hit the flank, but usually you want to play around with your teammates. So if your teammates get killed, usually they'll get at least one shot into the enemy, which makes it easier for you guys to know where the enemies are at. Like right there, my teammate got killed by that guy, but I knew exactly where he was at because I was watching my teammates' locations, and I was watching where that guy died. Or whenever a teammate dies, you get that little skull up on your screen, and you can basically know where your teammate's dead and where to rush in. I probably shouldn't have ran around the corner like that. Right here, I'm playing this round a little bit better on defense. Defense isn't the strongest for a VMP, but I'm playing it a little bit closer to the bomb and not so much taking on these snipers, although I do sort of get into situations like that once again. And you guys can see here, obviously don't run these kill streaks, but I was going so ham, I managed to get these kill streaks, which is absolutely insane. I got this gameplay a while ago. I think it was like a month ago or something like that. But all the other gameplays are pretty recent, and this guy glitches on me. Best specialists for search and destroy are probably overdrive, rejack, glitch, anything like that are going to help you win rounds are absolutely huge. Okay, so now it's to the third game. I think this game I go 12-0. This is with me using an assault rifle, which is a bit different. This is when search and destroy had double XP, so I was playing that. But basically, usually I use an SMG. Now, right here, I'm hurt. I want to dip out. You never want to challenge that. Like I say in my videos on how to win gunfights, whenever you get shot at first and you get no shots off the enemies, that's an easy decision. You don't want to challenge that gunfight, and you definitely want to run away. Now, I plant the bomb again here. When you're playing public matches, you always want to try to get the bomb. Usually just by sliding or, you know, jump sliding right to the bomb. You can get it over most of your teammates, and definitely getting the bomb helps you get free points. Planting the bomb is basically free points. And if the bomb goes off, that's even more free points. There I win a gunfight. I probably shouldn't have rushed that gunfight as much as I did, but right here I'm basically just watching the bomb, playing it smart, because in a public match, like you guys can see on my mini-map, all those light blue Doritos on my team are pushing the enemy spawn. They're all aggressive for kills, and sometimes people can get ninja diffuses off, and that's something that I usually recommend. Like, hey, if you're in a pub match and search and destroy, you're in a 1v3 situation, and you have to defuse the bomb, and you walk up to the bomb, and there's no one there, just go for the defuse. Usually it's going to work out, because a lot of people always, you know, the communication isn't the best in public matches, and they think that their teammate is watching the bomb when really no one is. And right here again, the M8, so strong on this map. I get 2 kills over there. Then I look to the other side to see if anyone was rushing me, and there's just that sniper not even looking my way. Headshot him. 3 kills this round. That was very easy, and now it's just the cleanup crew. 4 on 3. You can see the teammates are pushing this with me, and you really want to take your time on defense here. Obviously, the enemies are on offense. They're pressured to make the play. I'm saving my overdrive and my RC car for the next round. I come around here, get a free kill with that VMP that I picked up, and now it's a 4 on 2. And when it's a 4 on 2, you can't really mess this up. As long as you stick together with some sort of teammates, you're going to be able to pull this off, and you're going to be able to win this round. I just roaming around with my teammates. I see this guy gets taken out in the top there, so I rush up there, boom, free kill, and a teammate gets another one. So now I've got streaks, and I've also got overdrive. Now overdrive, what I like to do is you need to learn the overdrive routes. I pop it, and I think I'm going to run up the top here. Usually if you do this, you can beat the enemies there, and there's the guy right there. I beat him to the spot. He wasn't expecting me, and I get that kill, and I have the bomb once again. Now I have full kill streaks here, so planting the bomb is not really that big of a deal to me. I also run overclock so I can get my specialist faster. I think that in public matches, you don't really need search and destroy, or you don't need dead silence in search and destroy, because not that many people are sound whoring you. I do recommend blast suppressor, but I do recommend overclock to let you get those specialists faster. Now, as you guys can see here, I'm going absolutely off in this game. It's 4 on 2 once again. I have full streaks. I'm about to overlap my streaks, but I really don't care. I'm going to play this smart and make sure no one is coming. Now, how to play search and destroy once you get the bomb down, like I said, right now, no one's checking the bomb, so I'm going to work my way over there to make sure no one's defusing it. But what you want to do is you want to get the cutoffs. If I see an enemy get a kill over at B, I know they're going to be at B. I know their location is going to be there, and they're going to have to run across one way to get to B. Right there, that one, the round was basically over. The guy didn't have time to get the defuse, so I challenged him with a pistol. A really stupid thing, but it really didn't matter because the round was over. Once it's 7.5 seconds or more, the enemies can't defuse, and you're basically, or maybe it's 5 seconds in normals. I'm not sure. It's 7.5 seconds in competitive. It might be 5 seconds or 7.5. And now here, basically this round, once I have all the streaks, it's basically just becomes a streak fiasco. Me calling in all of my kill streaks to make sure we get the round win. And then I think I fly the dart out here, and then nothing happens, and the game ends 12-0. Hopefully this video gives you guys some tips on how to get a search and destroy. I see a lot of people asking me questions about that in the comment section down below, especially on my How to Get Better at Black Ops 3 series. And I know a lot of my videos are about respawn, so hopefully this one gives you guys all sorts of tips about search and destroy. If you guys have any other tips you guys need, let me know down in the comment section down below. If you guys made it to the end of the video, comment SND down in the comment section down below, and please smash up likes on this thing. I'd really appreciate it if we could smash up likes. If we smash up 1,000 likes really fast, I'll have another upload for you guys coming out later tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for Cookie and Outlooky, and I'm out. Peace.